Australia seems like such an awesome place. I'm fond of the desert to begin with, and it seems like the people are pretty chill, which I can totally dig. However, it's on my anti-bucket list because it's one of the most brutal continents when it comes to potentially dangerous animal and insect encounters. But if Australia is still on your bucket list, you daredevil you, here are 5 creatures you may want to stay away from during your travels. From one of the most venomous snakes on the planet to a jellyfish that stings makes a person wish for death, let's go. Oh, and for more infotainment like this, please hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell for more. I appreciate you, and tell me about your trip to Australia in the comments below. Number 5, the blue-ringed octopus. There's some truth in the statement that the deadliest things come in small packages, especially for the creature that only grows to be about 12 to 20 centimeters or 5 to 8 inches. The blue-ringed octopus is native to the tide pools and coral reefs of the Pacific and Indian Ocean. Its skin is quite the spectacle, blending in with its surroundings, a darker yellow color with dull bluish rings. But when the octopus feels threatened, it glows bright yellow and its iridescent blue and black rings flash, warning predators to stay away. There are 4 different species in the blue-ringed octopus family. You might look at the creature and think, well, aren't you charming? And have the urge to take it home, but do not, and I cannot stress this enough, mess with this octopus. The creature is one of the world's most venomous marine animals. Its venom contains a potent neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, and the creatures contain enough of this toxin to kill 26 adults in just minutes. The worst part, most people don't even realize that they have been bitten because the bites are so tiny and often not painful, but they notice when they start struggling to breathe due to respiratory depression or start to suffer from severe or total paralysis. If the condition goes untreated, the person will die from paralysis of the diaphragm, stopping their ability to breathe completely. There is no antidote. The only thing medical professionals can do is keep the person on a respirator while the toxin leaves the body. So watch out for these interesting little fellas. Number 4, the cassowary. How quickly we've gotten to the world's most dangerous bird, the cassowary. Comprised of 3 different species of bird, with the largest species, the southern cassowary, getting up to 6 feet tall or 1.829 meters and weighing up to 160 pounds or 72.527 kilos. Bruh, that's a big ass bird. I'd have to run in the other direction, but many might be enticed to get a closer look at the bright blue of its head and their rounded bodies covered in black feathers. It blends in with the surroundings of its lowland rainforests and forested swamps. I don't know who has the cojones to run up on one of these demi-dinos, but it may interest you to know that these things have claws and their middle toe can get up to 4 inches of straight bird dagger. They aren't afraid to use them either and will puncture and slice at any threat that invades their avian bubble. These things are fast. While they are usually shy creatures and will prefer not to engage, they will propel themselves up to 7 feet in the air and attack. They will charge a person when threatened, and they are much faster than the average human. In 2003, a historical study on 221 cassowary attacks determined that 75% of the attacks occurred because people had been attempting to feed the animal and causing them to feel threatened. In 2003, a historical study on 221 cassowary attacks determined that 75% of the attacks occurred because people had been attempting to feed the animals, causing them to feel threatened. There are around 200 cassowary attacks each year. There have not been many fatalities. The most recent death caused by an attacking cassowary was in 2019 when a man from Florida who was reportedly attempting to breed the bird when he fell and was attacked. So basically what I'm saying is, don't F with Big Bird. Number 3, Sydney funnel web spider. Nope. All you had to do was say spider and it was deuces for me. But wait till you hear about this sucker. The funnel web spider is pretty massive. Their bodies range in length from 1 to 5 centimeters or 0.4 to 2 inches, and their legs are 6 to 7 centimeters or 2.362 inches to 2.756 inches. They have fuzzy, spidey butts, hairless torsos, long crooked legs with sparse hairs. Sydney funnel webs are the most venomous in a group of 35 members of the species. Only 6 of which have been recorded as potentially dangerous to humans. They get their name from the funnel shape their silk takes on. They burrow beneath the ground and spin their webs in order to catch their prey. Speaking of prey, this thing eats other spiders, insects, small lizards, and frogs. I'm sorry, but a spider that is big enough to eat a whole lizard is a friggin' problem. Female funnel webs are actually noticeably larger than the males of their species. 13 deaths were recorded for funnel web bites prior to the creation of an antivenom in 1981. Bites are still potentially fatal, causing breathing difficulties, heart collapse, and disruptions in the nervous system. Also, let's just take a pause here and point out that Australia also has these. Do you see how bleeping massive this thing is? If I step off the plane in Australia and swallow one of these things just walking around all willy-nilly, I get back on the plane. There's just no effing way. Number 2, inland taipan. The inland taipan is native to remote semi-arid regions of central East Australia. It is the most venomous snake in Australia, and its venom is specifically formulated to help them take down mammals, so especially deadly to us warm-blooded humans. The venom released from the taipan is enough to kill at least 100 adult humans. The snake is a quick striker and very agile, launching multiple attacks in short succession, each bite releasing venom into the bloodstream. Thankfully, the snake is reclusive and are most likely to avoid humans, but if the snake feels threatened, you better have a hospital nearby. The snake's coloring ranges from brown to olive color with broken chevron patterns and many wide blackish scales. Their heads and snouts are rounded, and their colors tend to change to a noticeably darker variation during the summer months. Envenomation from the inland taipan can cause multiple organ failure, convulsions, vomiting, organ damage, and paralysis of the limbs and organs. Thankfully, there are available antivenoms, but you'll want to locate the nearest medical facility for assistance, lest you want to be victimized by a snake. Number 1, boxed jellyfish. Box jellies can grow up to 20 feet long and 10 feet across and can weigh up to 4.4 pounds. Sorry guys, I forgot to do the metric on that. They live in the warm coastal waters all around the world, to include Australia. The clear invertebrate gets its name from the boxy shape of its belly. They have 60 tentacles. Each includes stinging cells that are like harpoons with venom-filled bulbs. Those bulbs can deliver a significant amount of venom with one sting, causing intense pain, redness, and swelling. Envenomation by a box jelly can cause tissue necrosis, breathing difficulties, cardiac arrest, and death can come in just minutes. As of 2019, researchers were still working on an antidote to the stings, determining that cholesterol medications that were already on the market may work. Deaths from box jellies thankfully only happen around 3 to 4 years in Australia due to policies that keep people informed on the dangers of the creature. Now, if you are not a wimp like myself, you're probably still planning on taking that trip to Australia, and I don't blame you because it honestly still looks like a cool place with super chill people, but maybe take a note of the nearest medical facilities and steer clear of any unfamiliar wildlife. Oh, and watch out for those dive bombing magpies. I hear they are feisty little buggers. Thanks for watching till the end. Is there another creature that should have made this list? Let me know in the comments below. If I get enough responses, maybe I'll make another part to this video. Have a wonderful day. I will see you all very soon for another video. Bye!